Hello learner and welcome to you for this video on scheme for internal and university examination according to Pharmacy Council of India, that is the PCI. This is Dr. M.D. Raghib, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacognosy at Shrimati Sarat Chandrika Suresh, Patil College of Pharmacy, Chopra. After learning this video, the learner will able to internal mark scheme, external mark scheme, question pattern for internal assessment, question pattern for external assessment, attendance guidelines, grade point equivalents to percentage of mark and performance of a student, on which basis we can judge this student are in which class, and declaration of class. This video is most important for examination point of view, or maximum student they know that their syllabus, answer of each and every questions, but they do not know what is the actual pattern asked in sectional examination as well as the university examination. And since from last 2 years, Pharmacy Council of India prepare or prescribe the new syllabus and implement it throughout the India, and every university, every colleges, they can be implemented that syllabus, and according to that syllabus they prepare or complete their syllabus and ask the question in that proper format prescribed by the Pharmacy Council of India. Examination mark breakup. Examination mark can be break up in two types. First one is the internal examination and second one is the external examination. Internal examination conducted by the college and external examination conducted by the university. In both internal and external examination, one common things, they consist of two against examination. First one is the theory examination and second one is the practical examination. Same happen in external examination. They take the two examination. First one is the internal examination, the theory examination and practical examination. But major difference in between the internal and external examination, the mark system. If you observe, in internal examination, theory consists of 25 marks and practical consists of 15 marks. But in external examination, theory consists of 75 marks and practical consists of 35 marks. One more important things in internal examination, as per the slide, theory consists of 25 marks and practical consists of 15 marks. But actual examination or actual theory paper is 15 marks and actual practical, that is the 10 marks. Then question arise in your mind, in theory where is 10 marks, in practical where is the 5 marks. So 10 marks from the theory and 5 marks from the practical, they are under the category of continuous modes. In next slide we will discuss related to the continuous mode marks. And after the completion of the internal and external examination, student obtain the results, that is the mark sheet, and that mark sheet merge of both examination, internal and external examination, and total marks for the theory is 100 and for the practical is 15. Now we discuss internal and university examination marks. In previous slide we already discussed related to the internal assessment marks and university assessment marks. In internal assessments, the actual theory paper is 15 marks having the duration is 1 hour, and practical consists of 10 marks having the duration of 4 hours, and 10 marks from the continuous modes in theory and 5 marks from the practical for the continuous modes. But in university examination there will be no continuous mode marks. Directly theory consists of 75 marks, the duration is 3 hours, and practical consists of 35 marks, duration is the 4 hours, and merge of internal and external marks is related to the theory is 100 and related to the practical is 50. Now we discuss scheme for continuous modes for the theory as well as the practical. In theory, continuous modes are classified in 3 classes. First one is the attendance, consists of 4 marks. Second one is the academic activity, consists of 3 marks. And last, that is the student teacher interaction, consists of 3 marks. But in second class, that is the academic activity, the merge of 6 to 7 activity. Some are example, that is the quiz, competition, assessment, open book test, field works, group discussion and seminars. Means in short, we give the quiz to the student by giving the multiple choice questions, and they solve that quiz, and on the basis of that quiz we allot the marks. In same thing, assessments are the 2 types, short question and long questions. Next one is the open book test. We give the question to the student and also provide the books, or on the basis of that books they solve the questions. In field works related to the any fields, for example, that is the plantations and other things, that is the social workers, under the category of field works. Group discussion, in that group discussion we provide the any one topics, and on that topics we prepare the 2 groups, and they 2 groups are discussed with each other. Seminar, in seminar we give the specific topic to each and every student and ask them you prepare the seminar and give in front of all the students. So in second class, that is the academic activity, each activity consists of 1 marks. So from the average of 3 activity we give the 3 marks. And last category, that is the student teacher interaction, consists of 3 marks. In that class, the performance of students, behavior of students according to their course is good, their routine life, their routine styles are good, then we provide the 3 marks. It is all related to the theory. We discuss related to the practical. Practical consists of 2 classes. First one is the attendance, consists of 2 marks, and second one is the based on the practical record as well as their viva, having the 3 marks. Then total marks from the practical is 5 and total marks from the theory is 10. But in your mind one more question is arise. On which basis we give the attendance marks in theory 4 and attendance marks 2 in practical. So in next slide we discuss on which basis we allow the attendance marks to the students. Now we discuss related to the guideline for the allotments of the attendance mark to the students. If a student attendance in the range of 95 to 100%, so in theory we provide the 4 marks. If their attendance in the range between 90 to 94, then we allot the 3 marks. If their attendance in the range between 85 to 89, then we allot the 2 marks. If their attendance in the range between 80 to 84, then we allot the 1 marks. If their attendance less than the 80%, then we allot the 0 marks. It is related to the theory. If you see, related to the practical, if their attendance in range 95 to 100, then we allot the 2 marks. If attendance in the range between 90 to 94, then we allot the 1.5 marks. If their attendance in the range between 85 to 89, then we allot the 1 marks. If their attendance in the range between 80 to 84, then we allot the half mark. If their attendance less than the 80%, then we allot the 0 marks. So in short, all over, if student attendance below the 80%, they are not eligible for any types of the course, for any types of the marks. Now we discuss related to the question pattern for the sessional examination. First we discuss theory examination conducted by the every colleges, because it is the sessional examination. So in theory question pattern, they consist of 3 types of the question. Question number 1, that is the MCQs, multiple choice questions. 10 questions are in multiple choice. Each question carry 1 marks. Then total marks from the question number 1 is 10. And for in this question, especially for the question number 1, option will be available, that is the objective type of the question. And in this types of the question, 5 questions and each question carry 2 marks. That is the total marks from the question number 1 is 10. In question number 2, that is the long answer questions. Students are able to solve any one question out of 2 and each question carry 10 marks. So total marks from the question number 2 is 10. In question number 3, that is a short answer questions. In that, students are solved the 2 questions from the 3. Each question carry 5 marks. Then total marks from the question number 3 is 10. So total marks from the theory is 30. And according to the Pharmacy Council of India, every colleges conduct the 2 sessional and take the average of that 2 sessional. If students are fulfill requirement of passing, then that average directly forward to the university. If students are not fulfill the requirement of passing, then for that particular or special student, college can be arranged the improvement examination, and that improvement examination marks directly sent to the university. According to the Pharmacy Council of India, the eligibility of the passing is 50%. And one more important things in this slide. In previous slide, we discussed that is the theory sessional examination for the 15 marks. But according to the Pharmacy Council of India, we take the 30 marks sessional, and that 30 marks theory shall be computed for the 15 marks. Now we discuss related to the practical examinations for the sessional conducted by the colleges. So practical question pattern consists of 3 main types. First one is the synopsis, consists of 10 marks. Experiment consists of 25 marks. Viva consists of 5 marks. So total marks from the practical in a sessional point of view is 14 marks. And already we discussed practical examination having the 10 marks, but according to the PCI, we conduct the sessional of the practical 14 marks, and that 14 marks shall be computed for the 10 marks. Now we discuss question pattern for the university examination. First we discuss question pattern of the university examination for the theory. If you properly observe For the pattern of the theory as well as the practical in a sessional and university, both are same, but only difference that the increase in the question solving. University examination consists of three types of the question. Question number 1 consists of MCQs, but in this 20 MCQs, each MCQs carry 1 marks, total marks is 20. For question number 1, option will be available, that is the objective types of the question, and in that 10 questions, each question carry 2 marks, that is a 20. Question number 2 related to the long answer, in that students are liable to solve 2 questions from the theory. Each question carry 10 marks. So total marks from the question number 2 is 20. Question number 3, it is the last question, in that short answer, and students are liable to solve 7 questions out of the 9, and each question carry 5 marks. So total marks from the question number 3 is 35, and total marks for the theory in a university examination is 75 marks. Now we discuss question paper pattern for the university, particularly for the practical. In that the pattern will be the same as per the sessional, but increase in the marks. Synopsis consists of 5 marks, experiment consists of 25 marks, and viva voce consists of 5 marks. So total marks for the practical according to the university examination is 35. Now we discuss related to the grade point equivalence to percentage of mark and performance, means on which basis we can be judged this student from the outstanding, average, good and fails. If a student obtain the percentage in the range of 90 to 100, then we can say the student have the grade O and grade point is 10 and their performance is outstanding. If a student obtain the percentage 80 to 89.99, then their grade is A and grade point is 9 and performance is excellent. If a student obtain the percentage in the range from 70 to 79.99, then we say their grade is B and grade point is N and their performance is good. If a student obtain the percentage in the range from 60 to 69.99, then their grade is C and grade point is 7 and their performance is fair. If a student obtain the percentage in the range from 50 to 59.99, then their grade is D and grade point is 6 and their performance is average. If a student obtain the percentage less than the 50%, then their grade is F, that is F stand for the fail and grade point is 0 and performance is fail. If a student are absent the examination, then their grade is AB and grade point is 0, and by default if they are absent, then they are fail in examination, their performance is fails. Now we discuss lastly declaration of class, on which basis we can say this is student from the first class, second class and distinctions. If students obtain the CGPA in the range from 7.50 and above, then we can say this student in the class of first class with distinction. If student obtain the CGPA in the range from 6 to 7.49, then we say this student are the first class. If student obtain the CGPA in the range from 5 to 5.99, then we say this student obtained from the second class. The summary of this video: the student or learner, they are easily understood what is the actual pattern or what is the difference between the sessional as well as the university examination, and on that basis the student are easily liable and achieve the high score in their examination, and no difficulty to solve the any question, because in their mind already frame and structures are available for the examination. They may be the sessional or they may be the university. Thank you for watching. Happy learning. Learner, if you have any problem related to this video, please contact on my mail ID. इस वीडियो को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और बेल का बटन दबाना ना भूलिए।